Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do some exciting stuff. We are actually going to start mocking up and maybe permanently installing the new Artec manifold and the Garret Turbo. And they're going to go on to the 2JZ. Now I hit up the boys over at PRP and they were able to get us a new stud kit for this guy because the ones on here are about 30 years old and they look like they need some help. And so I'm going to put them into retirement and we're going to get these new guys on here. So let's go ahead and get on into it and we'll open up this new packaging with the new knife. So here we go. Ooh, look at that! Oh, it's like a beautiful little casting. That's really nice. Let's get out all my nuts. Take all my nuts out of the bag. All right, let's open up the studs too. All right, that's cool, like recessed. Let's see if I can get an old one. Yeah, because that's a comparison right there. They're a lot shorter, so they won't stick out as far. And instead of this, these can strip really easy. I'm pretty lucky this one came out easy. This is a E8 reverse Torx bit. Took this out like butter. I did soak these in WD-40 the night before, but I love how that's got, like, I don't know if you can see it, I'll point it out with my knife, but it's, what would the word be? Like an inside type of a normal bit. I'll figure out what size it is here in a second, but I just want to show out like this beautiful casting work. It goes on so buttery smooth. Oh, I love it. I'm buying nothing but PRP products from now on. All right. So real quickly, I think I showed it a little bit on video, but the one reason we're replacing these two is these are shorter and one, not as old, but the design is really nice because it's got this recessed, basically hex bit that we can go in there. I'll go over and figure out what size it is real quick, but look at the difference in the height. I mean, this isn't gonna stick out as far, and I think it's gonna be a lot easier for us to be able to access the Artec manifold because the old one, I don't know if some of you watching this have ever taken off a twin turbo 2JZ manifold. It takes a while. I mean, every bolt is pretty much inaccessible. I mean, for the Artec manifold, look how easy it is to access every single bolt on this side. These two would be the hardest one, but there's still that much of a gap in order to access everything. Super easy to work on, and it flows and breathes so well. I mean, these things make such good power off of the Garret turbos. I think any turbo, but I wanted to go with the Garret because I've known many friends that have had them. I've seen what they can do. I trust them, and yeah, that's one reason we picked them. I do have the intake side ones. I don't know if we're gonna get to those ones today because I would really like to install them once I know what I'm gonna do with the intake manifold. I'm most likely gonna keep the stock one and clean it up, and we'll install that one, but I'm not 100% sure if I will be able to. I should be able to bolt down every single one with this one, but heaven forbid I decide later that I want to go with an aftermarket intake manifold, which I probably won't do because, like I've said, a lot of people in FD are running the stock one, and it's helping with torque, it's helping with all areas of power band a little bit more than the normal ones, or more than the aftermarket ones. I think the aftermarket ones are mainly really helpful once you're like above 1,000 RPM or 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, then they really breathe. Other than that, I think what we're gonna do is, I've been saving this for a while. This is a OEM Toyota 2JZ GTE gasket kit. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip out the new gaskets for the exhaust side of the cylinder head. And we're gonna go ahead and do the studs. I want to show taking the old ones off. We're gonna put the new ones on, and then I'm gonna put the new, well, that was not a good noise. I'm gonna put the new gaskets on, and then we're gonna put the Artec manifold on, and after that, it should be really good. If you want to bring the camera over here, I think my big fear was basically if I had installed it, it's gonna be really hard to access this because this should be the heater core line, basically to use the heater core. But when I put the Artec manifold on, I still have a good amount of ability to access this. I'm not sure if I want to keep heating this car, or if I want to dedicate the E36 to just purely drifting. Not 100% sure yet. So we're going to kind of, install everything, and worst case, I'll work around it and we'll go with it. I'm most likely not going to keep it with that, but yeah, let's go ahead and start taking these guys off and let's get after it. All right. Let me try and sort this out real quick. I haven't opened this yet. Got this on sale like years ago and I haven't opened the box really since. I think pretty safe to say these look like these would be for the would this be for the twin turbos that were on here before? Interesting. Okay, so all I want is, that looks like it. Yeah, these look like the OEM gaskets for the 2J. One reason I can tell is because that is multi-layer steel. I don't know if you want to bring the camera a little closer, but multi-layer steel, so it has the advantage of, heaven forbid, any of this breaks apart, you still got probably like, what, 4 or 5 layers still to hold all of that boost that we're going to bust in this thing. We're only going to run 400. This is probably not going to have too much boost going through it, but yep, I just wanted to grab those ones, so we should pretty much be all good. I'm going to very carefully put all this together. I had the intentions of kind of rebuilding the whole motor at one point. Oh my god, are those? Oh, I didn't know it came with these. These are Velsum seals. Wow. Oh, there's Velsum seals in there. Oh, they're free. There's free ones. Oh no! Is this normal? Yeah, we got Velsum steels galore in here. Holy. Well, that's huge, because that's like the first thing that usually goes on the head is the Velsum seals go, and then you just smoke a bunch of oil. So, all right, we may be, I'll remember that. We may be touching Velsum seals and redoing that, because I'm not sure if I want to do anything on the cylinder head yet. I might just keep stock bottom end and do some special stuff for the cams, but yeah, haven't opened this yet. Happy I did, because I knew these would be in there, but I didn't know the Velsum steels were going to be on. I mean, it makes sense. There's a whole gasket kit for one, but you know, it's one less part that I have to order. So perfect. All right, so we are going to start doing the studs and we'll get this on. But yeah, that's exciting. Let's get to it. All right, let's see if this one wants to cooperate. Oh yeah. Should come in out nice and smooth. Please don't cross thread. I don't want to cry today. One of the reasons too I'm doing this with a hand tool is because these probably will have enough bite if I heaven forbid I say that a lot apparently in video, to put them on an impact, but I don't want to strip these, because if I strip these, it's going to be a really bad day. So I'm not in a rush. I'd rather take my time, make sure these come out nice, because this is also cast aluminum. This will strip and break very easily. So we're going to be nice and careful. All right, so I went ahead and I did one just to make sure everything was good. I hit the threads with a little bit of, basically just to clean them out, because they've probably been in there for quite a while. It's probably from install. So this one went in. Basically what I did is I started it by finger a little bit, backed it out, started it by finger. Everything felt smooth. And then I basically just put the wrench on like this, and just be very careful because it is a cast aluminum threads. I just basically, on the actual socket, it has these little nibbles. I just basically churned it with my finger, not even using the wrench, just ever so softly, and I felt absolutely zero resistance. So, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't strip these, because if I was going to strip these threads, it would be a very bad day, and that would almost mean completely getting rid of, like almost getting a new head. You could maybe rethread this or helicoil or do something, but this is also, these threads are fairly big because these were meant to take good power back in the day, and it's right by basically the, I don't want to say runner because it's not really a runner, but where the flow of the exhaust ports come out. Lots of heat, basically it would just structural integrity, it would compromise, but this one went in fine. I'm gonna probably have a time lapse of me putting the rest of them in, and we'll go from there. So let's get after that. Okay, so real quickly on these ones, I can't really find a torque spec. I don't have very good service here, so I can't really search it up. But basically what I'm doing is, worst case, if I have to go back and retorque it, I should be able to access it on the other side of the exhaust manifold once it's on. Hence why I was saying it was so serviceable. You can pretty much get to everything. So what I'm doing is, they are gonna have a little bit of just a non-threaded boss right here. So I'm basically just going down until it gets, I feel any sort of resistance and tightness. And then I'm just churning it basically not even like a 1/16 of an inch. Basically to where it almost feels like, not bottoming out, but it's pretty close. So they should be nice and secure on here. So yeah, we're gonna repeat that another, I don't know, 10 times. And yeah, it should be ready for the exhaust manifold. So let's go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna put the Artec manifold on. Oh, buttery smooth. Oh my God. Oh man, these are going on so nice. I feel like I should sit, there we go. Dang. Pretty happy about that. All right, now I gotta get that one on. Okay, so real quickly, one of the worst things of the stock ones is I think it's literally nicknamed the demon bolt, not even kidding, because it's basically back here, in between the downpipe, in between the two manifolds, and you literally have like this much room to get to. I've honestly chiseled it off the last 2 times I've stripped it off one. Look how easy this is to put this on. Right like that. These are the 2 hardest bolts you're gonna be able to access. Look how easy this is to service. And that's one of the big things I'm going for with this car, is easy serviceability when I'm at the track. Because if I do have a problem, hopefully I won't, I know what's gonna happen. But if I have a problem, it's not gonna be a nightmare for me to basically do and fix. So yeah, we're gonna get the rest of these on, tighten down, and then we're gonna go to the, this is really exciting, but another exciting part. We're gonna put the turbo on. So I'm pumped. It's gonna be my first turbo I've ever put on a car. So, all right, give me, well, a couple minutes for me, probably like what, a second for you guys. All right, so we're gonna start putting the G35-900 Turbo together. I went with the 900 because it's kind of, I don't want to say standard because there's tons of other turbos that everyone has been using on 2JZs, but in Garrett's lineup, this has kind of become the go-to. Super reliable, super responsive. It's kind of, what's cool is the 900 basically stands for 900 horsepower. So if I ever want to go 900 horsepower, this turbo will last. For my hot side, for basically my AR, what's cool is Garret actually has it stamped on their, I don't want to say snail, but the hot side that's over here. It's 0.83, so this is still going to be pretty snappy, but also have a good power curve and the rev range. So we are going to get this installed, and we're going to stick it on this guy, and I am pumped. So I'm going to do this a little carefully. I don't want to break anything, and yeah, it's going to be really exciting once I get this on. So let's do it. And you may be asking yourself, Chris, why are you putting the exhaust manifold and the turbo on before you even put it in the car? It's just going to be in the way. Yeah, I thought about that too, but I want to see this on the car, so suck it. All right, let's do it. Oh. Oh, like almost peed my pants. Okay, now we're gonna put the hot side on. There you go. Feels secure. Okay. All right, guys, what do you think? I think I did a pretty decent job. So let's try and get this puppy onto the manifold. This should be fun. All right, I'm trying to get it to where this expands enough to where I can slip it back and then carefully slip on the turbo, but it's a heavy turbo. I'm having a hard time just kind of getting it on my own. So let's see if we can do this one more time. Otherwise I might have to ask someone to maybe help me line this up. So here we go. Just give me the wrench. This is fucking ridiculous. that was not incredibly, it wouldn't be as hard if, say, it mounted on the center, but I'm still pretty happy with that placement. I needed to have the wife hold it while I torqued it down, because it was just way too hard to hold it with one hand, keep it perfectly positioned, and tighten it down with the drill, and hold the V-band, because the V-band clamp kept rotating right down here. It kept spinning, so it was just incredibly difficult to get it around, but I mean, it's not going anywhere, so I'm pretty happy with that install. Obviously, I'm gonna have to probably reclock the turbo. I was thinking it was maybe gonna go out this way, but I've got the drain here on the top, so it's gonna have to rotate 180 degrees, but I'm still pretty happy with that. I cannot be complaining right now. Maybe we will clock it really quick, but I do want to get the wastegate on, so let's get to that real quick. What, the little?
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so we're going with the Garret GV-W45. I have been wanting to try these since Garret came out with these. I think 3 years ago, I think they came out with this. I just think it's cool that they make turbos, and they're also started making their own wastegates. As you can see, valves right there. I don't know, so I have the springs. We're just mocking this up because I'm probably gonna have to take this guy off to do a few other things, but I want to get it all on, see how it's gonna look, and then can kind of see serviceability. But I just thought it'd be cool to put on, so we're gonna go and do that real quick. That's a nice little clamp right there. So let's see. Is this the one for this, or is it the other one? That's the other one. Okay, figured it was the big boy. All right, give me just a second. That makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna flip this upside down. Got all these other seals. I don't know if every single one of these get used. Off the Artec manifold, it comes with these guys. I think this is for different turbos, for the Garrets. I only had one seal that fit in there. The other ones did not, so I'll look up and make sure I did that right, but I doubt it goes like that. Yeah, I didn't think so. So let's see. Might have to do a little bit of research on that. Which is not a problem. I don't claim to know everything. Great, how that doesn't work right.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I'm not going to make this tight. I'm just going to basically just mock this up because, one, I'm going to have to take this off for the spring, and two, I want to make sure I know which gasket goes with which. I got well, not gasket, but they're metal seals that basically go on the inside. I'm not 100% sure which one goes with which, so I'm gonna do a little bit of research on that beforehand, but it's just starting to look like something, guys, and I'm really excited. I may not seem that, but I'm also really tired. So let's get this installed. There you go. Weird. So there's one reason we're mocking it up, because I kind of want to figure out, without it being on the car, what's the best way to access everything, but
I was holding that the wrong way.
damn! All right. I think next thing we should do is clock this. Just to get that out of the way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a turbo, a wastegate, and an exhaust manifold installed and now ready to go on a 2JZ. It's finally starting to look like it's going back together a little bit. So I think the exhaust manifold I have pretty much permanently installed. To the best of my knowledge, I do have to do the drain lines. I just can't remember which. I can't remember which one's the drain, which lines I need to hook up to which. And I'm only mocking this up for now because I'm still gonna have to put the spring in, but this is really exciting. I mean, to think that pretty much I'm gonna put the intake manifold back on. I mean, it's still got a ways to go, but we're gonna have this thing in the car and running, I'm hoping by the end of the year. That's my plan. So I'm really pumped. I appreciate you guys watching. This might have been like a little bit of a boring video, but I hope it's really exciting, seeing like at least a big turbo get installed on a JZ. But I do want to talk about another elephant in the room though. So on over here, my other car you've probably seen in the background. Hopefully you've seen in maybe a poll, or you've known that I've owned this car 8 years, or in the previous video. I need help. There's 3 engines I'm going in between for this car, and one I'm really leaning towards, but I think it'd be really exciting and really unique. I really want to put a Barra in here. If you know what that is, they're sick as hell. If you don't know what that is, go over. I'll put a link in the description. I'm pretty sure I can put it in the description. For Adam LZ's 1200 horsepower Barra S550 GT, like it's GT350 car that burned to the ground. You put a Barra in it. That's one of my favorite cars ever. And I think it would be really cool to put a Barra in here, kind of to get it running, sort it on out, and then build it up to have the same persona as that car, just to basically just an absolute ripper. The other cool thing too is this car only weighs like 2,000 pounds or something crazy like that. Like this thing's extremely light. Like me and a buddy can lift up the front by ourselves with no motor or anything else in there too. So I think it'd be really cool to do that. The other engines are a Coyote 5.0 or a 7.3, the Godzilla motor. I'm fine with any of those 3. I think a Barra would be really cool. We don't see them in the States. They're 4-liter straight 6 turbo. They're monsters. So I'm gonna do a poll in I think it will be a community tab for this channel. I would love if you're watching this to go on over and vote for which one you want. And it'll be either the deciding factor or, well, it'll probably be the deciding factor of what I do. I'll say that. So thank you guys for watching. This was a fun video. I am really pumped to have this engine just about ready to go into this car. It's an absolute mess right now in here. I think we might have a video too of just me reorganizing the shop, because I would like to make room for maybe a 3rd project by the end of the year. Just a simple one, just something that's running and get it going. And yeah, I'm hoping that, are you filming over here now? Okay. But something that, will be fun to work on, and we can keep, these videos going weekly. I would love to film more often, but I'm working another job and I want this to be my full-time job. We're getting there. The support's been amazing. So thank you guys very much. Again, don't forget to hit that poll. Help me out with this guy. Keep watching the videos, hit the like button, subscribe. It really has helped a lot in terms of picking up traction with the channel. Don't forget to hang on over to angusauto.com and pick up some sweet merch that's gonna be for this thing. We will have a shirt for this car, but it's in the works, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. And please head on over to 144 Racing as well. They just sent me over some of their new hats. I had the black one, this olive green one right now I think is my favorite. I do love the red one. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll stop rambling, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.